Hello, hello, hello. Let's put on some Baldur's Gate music in the background. Oh, nice and cozy. Hi, Saribot, Fifuk, Evandril, Opinionat, Herder, Knut, Dan. Did I miss anyone? I hope I didn't. Hello, hello, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Hello, Commander Simon. Welcome in. Happy freaking... What day is it today? Today is Sunday, but it's my Saturday. Technically, today is Saturday, yes. Oh, maybe I should have done another driving test practice. I knew I forgot to do something today. But yeah. As you can see, my table is actually clean for a change. Very, very big day. Yes, blower. Hello, hello. Spook, I'm so glad. Of all people, you said it. Of all freaking people. And because of the internet delay, I know you typed that before I even said it. So, will you be flying with or without assist today? I'll super cruise occasionally for sure, but no, I'll be docking and landing manually from here on in. The goal is combat today, though. So I'm so sorry about yesterday. I wanted to type, I wanted to raid, but I had no internet to type and tell you guys, can we just raid into Cora? So yeah, my internet completely went banjax. I fixed the cable a little bit. It looks like there might be a weak connection. I'm not sure. But regardless, I ordered a cable quite thick, long, and, you know, like a woven one. So I think Bambi is too tempted to chew my wires because they're wire-like. But if they're like casual rope-like, she'll be less tempted. But again, the point blank is she shouldn't be in this room in the first place. That's really what we need to kind of, you know, drop lemon juice on them. Hi, Lind. Welcome in. Hello, Harry. Oh, that sounds like it's very exciting outside. Also, maybe annoying. What is your name? I am a tiny toxic tofu. Pop out chat here. So you got y'all a bit better. Dr. Toxic Tofu is just fine as well. Hello, not the brain. Welcome in, Blade. Happy Sunday, guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm so sorry again that the stream was so short and abrupt yesterday. What the fuck? It's just, it pisses me off because I only stream 2 days a week, you know? And like, I work really hard during the week so that my weekend is free. And for the fucking internet to go. Small note as well, if anyone's looking at me and they're wondering, is there something weird on her face? I might be self-conscious about this and maybe you didn't notice this, but I forgot to draw on my eyebrows today. So you are seeing my eyebrows in natural light. I don't have eyebrows, I know. They're really, really blonde and I'm really self-conscious that you can't see them. So I usually put mascara on, not mascara, but like a mascara-like thing on my eyebrows. But yeah, I'm really self-conscious. I don't know. I just feel like you can't see my eyebrows if I don't draw them on. I promise I have them. If you look really closely, they're actually, like, there's a lot there, but they're just, I know. It's two things I'm self-conscious about. My eyebrows and my giant forehead. There. 130 stream streak. Let's go. Harry, that is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for your support. You're so kind. I know that Harry has the rad badge beside him, but I don't know if anyone else noticed, you know, something very, very interesting and special as well. Where some of y'all, like Herder, I can see in the chat, for example, have a new unique badge, and that is an incoming new lab rat pass that's coming. I just need to print it. I just need to get it done. But we have a new lab rat pass out, all thanks to Medjay. Need to add eyebrows command to the stream description. Probably on days where I don't draw my eyebrows on. Probably. And I'm about to hit 99k. Nice. Hi, Silver. How are you doing? Yeah, today I want to do a basic animation. And I'm hoping then let's classify it. hoping to do some science animations. It's actually something that I get a lot from YouTube and Instagram comments. A lot of people say, you explain well, but stop drawing on the board. You can learn some basic animations to make this better. Now, the comments are a bit sassy in my opinion, but they probably do have a point. Conrad the Forsaken has resubbed for 12 months. One whole freaking... Wait, Conrad, my notification says 12 months. Okay, I'm going to read out what it says. Resubscribed for 12 months at tier 1. They've been subscribed for 9 months. Wait, I'm confused. I'm getting really confused with these Twitch resubs. Anyways, we have a Twitch Baba. Let's go. So sorry for not saying thank you properly. I don't think so. If it's 9 months streak. Is it? The message for 9 month streak is different though. Because look, it says they've subscribed for 9 months in a row. Do you see that message? And it says 9 months total on their badge as well. I think it's in advance. Conrad, do you have me down to promise to subscribe? Like, is it like a 3 month subscription batch that you do? Or a 9 month subscription? Okay, there we go. Okay. So you've basically pledged ahead. That's what I'm reading. Okay, it's a pledge. There we go. Anyways, thank you so much, Conrad. Appreciate it. I'm crowdfunded. Exactly. That's not confusing at all. I don't think so either. Something I want to pull up actually and learn how to do is maybe pull up, if you guys have a link, how to have YouTube chat and Twitch chat here at the same time. I think there are some, because you're legally allowed to do that on Twitch now. Back in the day you couldn't. So it'd be nice to kind of, I can see YouTube chat and I can see Twitch chat, but you guys don't see each other. So it might be nice that if I have the active chat that you guys can see each other if you want to. I just need to do some research and see what really good stuff is out there. But yeah. YouTube, say hello to Twitch. Twitch, say hello to YouTube. Welcome back. Thank you, Chris. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. It's legal now. Yes, they changed it a month ago or so that you're allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do it on the front page. That's still not allowed. But yeah, we can still talk about it. And you still can't actively do things. Like, you know, you can't actively tell everyone on Twitch chat. Oh no, I'm not actually going to give an example because I could get banned for that. Never mind. Basically, you can't actively deport people from Twitch either. So we're not going to do that. I wasn't going to do an example. Twitch, I'm being good, I promise. But yeah, that's still part of the rules as well. Yeah. Oh, for feck's sakes, Donut, stop spreading rumors. Hi. Hello, Shadow Phoenix. Hello, Shackle. Welcome in, everyone. Let's boot up. Oh, I have Blender booted up already. I was just showing Nathan my tree. I'm very proud of my tree. So if anyone missed it, I tried Blender yesterday for the first time. I think, yeah, the camera location is great. I tried Blender for the first time yesterday and I built my first tree. So this is my first tree. I did it all by myself. I did all the clickety. Look at me. Look at that. Je suis artiste. There we go. I like it. Picasso. So this is my first tree. Looks very Dr. Seuss. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to do our first animation. So I found a YouTube video that will just show us very, very, very basic stuff. And that's the goal today. Hi, Bray. Welcome in. An abstract tree. Our artiste. Let's buy. Oh, welcome to Rivendell, Mr. Anderson. I don't know how to open a blank file, so I just quit Blender and opening it again. I'm sorry. How are you, Evan Drew? Oh, sorry. How are you, Tarek? Welcome in, welcome in. Sorry, obviously, how are you, Evan Drew, as well, but I feel like I said hello to you earlier. How are you today, Tarek? We advancing with Blender? Yes. So, as I mentioned... Oh! 2D animation. Wait. I didn't know. Okay. Let's try. Learn 2D animation in Blender. Okay, there we go. There's a whole playlist. Because I don't need it to be a sphere. I don't need it three-dimensional. I just need it in circles. Let's try 2D first before we go to 3D. I will not trauma them. I'm sorry to hear that, Ebendriel, though. It is really tough, though, sometimes to kind of... Sorted out breakfast. Yeah, it took you forever to reply to me this morning, so clearly you stepped in. She says, never having to reply to you. Do you know why I don't reply to you, Tarek? I'm gonna, like, be awful about it. But, I read your message because you message me usually during stream, and I check that you're you know, that no one's dying, everything's okay, and yeah. My boyfriend's want to buy his first 3D printer. Do you have any recommendations to buy? Do you know what? I'm going to make a YouTube video on the schnoots. I am recording. I have a planned video. Hopefully it'll be uploaded this week. And I'm actually like going to push and sell the Creality printer. And I'm going to tell you why. It is a little bit cheaper than some of the competitive brands. But mostly I'll show you why. I am really pissed off with the education system in Eurocentric universities. If you attend a university, you can only buy equipment from 3 or 4 registered companies. And those companies charge arms and legs, like your liver prices, for one experimental setup. When you really look at the bread and butter of the experimental setup, it shouldn't cost that much at all. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to upload my YouTube video. I'm going to set up Patreon. I'm going to release the YouTube video and it'll be the release of my Patreon, where I hope to show all the stuff that you can do with a 3D printer, electronics, an Arduino, and a dream. The goal is to basically show that if you are on a budget and you really can't afford to build a lot of these things, having access to a 3D printer, a soldering station, and a couple of nanos allows you to build so many things for the lab, for the students, and for educational purposes, especially in underfunded schools. We have a thing called DESH in Ireland, DESH schools, which are schools that are underfunded and are very difficult in terms of obtaining a lot of educational equipment and stuff. And it falls on the teachers. So if they do have a budget of €500 investment, they can get all the nanos, all the 3D printing, all the stuff done. And then basically what you need to buy every year is filament and wires, you know, like expendables. They shouldn't cost more than €50 a year. Anyways, after all my rant, I'm trying to highlight that we can make things good and cheap. I'm going to try and upload them for free. Yes. But yeah, the one I recommend obviously is Creality because I'm using it and it's really, really good. The one I'm using, it's very first-time user-friendly, for sure. Spooky, don't mention that it took me 2 hours to design it, to build it. Don't. Stop it. Spooky, I know you're typing it. Don't even. Spooky. Stop it. Put your fingers off the keyboard. Also, if it is too much or to invest into a 3D printer, there are things like PCBWay and I'm trying to think of other companies. Maybe Next PCB? Double check on this. You can send them CAD files and they can print them for you, or CNC files and stuff. So yeah, there are services out there. I know that some local libraries. Yeah, some local libraries have 3D printers and you can like pay a little amount to get them printed. For his new Tesla. Your boyfriend has a Tesla? Hot damn. Hot damn. Oh, we not in the same tax bracket. Oh. we definitely not in the same tax bracket. Lol. My days. My days. If anyone has a idea or a link for a drawing tutorial, learn 2D animation in Blender with grease pencil. Oh. This looks like a ball bouncing. We can do that, a ball bouncing. Is there a valid reason behind that? The company, the university? I think there is, and I don't know it, Tarek. I feel like I've asked this before. Probably Nate knows more. It's something like we can't, like universities have deals, I think, with certain companies. I'm not sure. And if you do want to buy something, because this company doesn't have it, you have to like apply for paperwork and say, look, I did my research. I looked at 3 different guys. Oh yeah, I think it's got to do with you need to purchase experimental equipment from certified places. And on top of that, yeah, I guess certified places. But then you need to also always apply with, what's the rule? What is it called? You have to do. You know when you want to buy something and you have to show all the competitors' prices, and then if you say, well, this is why I'm ordering A, it's because B is shit, C is too expensive, D is really, really cheap but really, really bad. Yeah, just like a justification, exactly. So you have to do a justification for everything that you purchase, in that way. There's another reason. I thought about it when I was ranting there for a second. I had one single thought process. A couple of neurons fired there. What did I think about? Something. Legality? Damn, I'll think of it again. But there was a logical reason as to why. I tried doing some animations in Blender, but I suck. So listen, Raven, you're going to watch me do this and it's going to be just as bad. It's okay. Me and you are going to be in this together. I think printing things for models and prototypes is great, but I see way too many people reselling. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. There's like mass production issues with 3D printing as well. There's definitely concerns. I think an Arduino Nanos are cool, but they're way better boards. I think the Nano's just really nice because it's snug. It fits really well in. That's why I use it, Charles. It's just snug and it fits really, really nice. But yeah, there's the EP ones. There's Elegoo as well. There's there's loads of stuff. Three together. Hi, Amelia. Welcome in. Hi, Tetsu. Okay. I like your shirt. Thank you. It's I have all the sciences representing. What's the company? Geeks Outfit? I think I have a command for it, or I meant to set up a command for them. Because if I'm not mistaken, I still have a discount on their website. Tiny25 is the discount code. Do I have a command for them? Geeks outfit? No, I don't have a command for them. I need to set that up. Maybe it's in my... Yes, the ESP32. There we go. Half of my ads on Insta. Yeah, so the deal was really nice with them is that they what you need, they run the ads and it promotes the Demon Core video and that. So you know what, science communication and all, it's really important to kind of spread science communication no matter what. So I have a YouTube video I'm watching. I'm going to show you guys the one I'm watching in the background. For copyright reasons, I can't show it on stream. But I'm really, I want everyone to be aware that this is the YouTube video I'm referencing when I'm following the tutorial. Feel free to look at it as well. And I'm just going to do my best to kind of learn a little bit. It's Tofu an artist now. So I just want to learn how to do simple animations for physics. So for copyright reasons, actually. For example, even as a lecturer, do you know, like your lecturers putting up notes and stuff? Slides and PowerPoint slides to teach, and they use pictures. That's copyrighted. You have to actually be careful with that kind of stuff. And what's really sad about it is I see more and more lecturers using AI. They use AI apps to generate images. And it's kind of sad. So to protest, in my protest, I am learning how to do it by hand from scratch. Because I love to suffer. So instead of leaning into that, I will do these animations myself. That's the thought. So we're doing something very simple. We're going to follow this tutorial. I'm going to try it. After that, I'm going to try and do a very simple animation of a particle changing from a neutron to a proton and emitting an electron and an antineutrino. We're basically going to show beta minus decay in a 10-second video. See if we can do that. These are not the only animations we have planned. I am collabing with someone we might know. Who might it be? An artiste in our friend group. To do some other cool stuff and art, of course. Thank you, really appreciate it. Yeah, the auto correct there was a bit scary there for a second. Okay, let's go. You can use gizmos so you can see how we zoom in and out. Okay. In. Oh, I drew something. Sorry. Oh my god, this reminds me of Photoshop a little bit. Where's Medjay? Medjay is going to be so proud of me when he's going to see my artwork. You can drag. Oh. No. What's the drag button? Wait. How do I drag? And you can use the move. I don't have the move button. Draw tool automatic selected. Oh god, I've done things. I'm confused. Oh no, what have I done? I want to go back. Mommy. Okay, everything's fine. Whew. All right, we're back. We're back. I was summoned. Jesus, it's like we said Jay's name 3 times and he came out of nowhere. You should try AC/DC shirt with a print of Nicola and Thomas facing it. That would be really fun, actually. But again, copyright, you have to be careful with those kind of things. Like I have a meme. I have an infamous meme that I made up like 3 years ago about the zeroth law of thermodynamics, where I say Henry Cavill is equally as hot as Ryan Gosling, which is equally as hot as Chris Evans, which means Chris Evans is equally as hot as Henry Cavill, or something like that, right? Now, we can't even put that on a shirt because those are like copyrighted names, you know? So it really, you have to be very, very careful. Even though my science is creative and I can say those names, I can't put it on a shirt. All those little things we need to learn. I don't understand any of the words you just said. Wombat hole. I'm very confused. I'm so sorry. Now we create most of your drawings within this drawing mode. Oh, I can finally reuse my good old Wacom. Wacom is coming back, chat. Woo! Where's my Wacom? I used to have my Wacom. Jesus, my desk is such a mess. I need to clean it. Oh, look what I have. This is when I used to have, is it carpal tunnel syndrome or whatever it's called? My professional gaming days. Yes, good old days. Good old days. That's nice. Oh, I have a stapler. I didn't know that. I should clean. I found my Wacom. Aha! Now I need to find the pen. This isn't good. This is good. We're finding all our stuff to do some physics animations. But now show Feynman. Yeah, we can show the Feynman lectures as well. Definitely an issue. Have you played GTA? I have. I have a full playthrough on my other YouTube channel. I have two. I have one for physics, the one you're watching me on now, and I have for video games. What's the command? I'll post this link in here for you guys. And you can check out my full playthrough there if you wish. I even did a whole video, excuse me, on the physics of GTA. We did some fun projectile motion calculations. Sorry, my nose is runny. Draw mode. And the only mode that will allow you to create is 2D strokes. Okay, that makes sense. Now you can change modes within Blender using the drop-down menu. I'm going to go into object mode. Now these models allow editing different aspects of the objects that we create. Now, while draw mode allows us to create these 2D lines like so, an object mode will allow you to position and rotate them. Okay, so go in object mode and then is it the same keys like all? Oh no, how do I move it again? Oh, I need to, there we go. Oh. Oh. Glass. And rotate it. Cool. And scale. I guess if this is scale then. Oh no, it's not the same as zooming in and zooming out. Okay. So the keys are slightly different than the ones we... Oh, I can make it thicker. Oh! How did I do that? Oh. How did I do that? Oh, that is class. You can do so much with this. Damn. Bless you. What language is this? User-friendly language? It's not a language. Well, it's not a there's no typing of code in this format. Ooh. I don't have the same buttons as he does. So he has a whole menu down here that I don't. Why does he have a menu that I don't? Oh wait, he clicked something. after scaling, then if you switch to edit mode, okay, then if we go to edit mode, we have bend. Whoa. No, scale and then smaller. It's a circle. Mom spaghetti. Okay. So we learned a few keys. This will allow you to change the geometry like so. That is really cool. Oh, there's so much potential here. God, there is so much potential. I'm just getting ideas now. Like we could animate the proton stretching a little bit as something's pulled out of it, you know, like like it doesn't have to be so crude. It could be really detailed animate, like very cartoony animation. Kind of like an ear, I guess. Yeah, it does look like an ear. Oh, this is great. Okay, so file, new, do the animation. No, we're not gonna save that. I think we vote we go on. Create 2D animations. It will allow you to draw in 3D space. Now, to create new grease pencil object, you must first go into object mode. Okay. By selecting drop down menu here. And then we want to go and add over here. Add a circle, I guess. Oh, a grease. What's a grease pencil, chat? I know what grease is. I know what a pencil is. I don't know what a grease pencil is. Yeah, imagine like the ideal gas law. We can do some really cool animations. Or if I talk about implosions and explosions, I can just animate some really basic graphics now with Blender. This will be, I don't know. This is really exciting. The possibility, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let's learn how to animate first before we get too excited. Hi, Nata, welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Sunday, everyone. Today's a school day, as we all know. So today, we're going into object mode, add, grease pencil, tank, monkey, which is a monkey face example. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and create these three. Start with a stroke. Okay, so we're starting with a stroke. If I got taken out of context, that would be weird. So go object, we will add egress pin. Listen. I think what it means by grease pencil, by the way, is it means like it mimics what a grease pencil would do. I think that's what it is. Hi, Kip. Welcome in. Let's take a look at the monkey example. Monkey. Oh, hello, monkey. Let's start with the stroke. You can see it's created a new stroke example for us. And let's take a look at the monkey as well. And as you can see, it created a 2D monkey. And that we can go ahead and explore. Okay. So let's go into edit mode. Edit mode. So over the top scene here. Stroke. Stroke one. Suzanne. Who's Suzanne? Oh, the thickness of the stroke is also added. Also some over to, and you can see that it's got lines that we can switch on and off. Okay, so let's go into Suzanne. Oh! Ah, cool, cool. It's a grease monkey. Did the silly rabbit... Yeah, so my bunny nipped my Ethernet cable, and that's why I lost the internet yesterday. Why my stream stopped suddenly. Are we doing the proton neutrine thing? For now, we're just following a tutorial on how to do 2D animations in Blender. But after that, we will do that. Yes, that's the goal. Man, Blender's amazing. I know it's really hard to use, and like, obviously this is a whole skill, so, you know, it's meant to be hard. But it's incredible just how much you can do. 2D, 3D animation, printing stuff, like, and it's free? Am I the only one who's like, wow? If I actually, like, get into this, I don't mind giving them money every month, because I've had subscription services take money from me for less. Sorry. It sounds like I'm giving out. Well, I am, but you know. Alright, so we have a blank canvas again. We go into object mode, add, grease project blank. I want to draw mode. Oh, mode. Ah, draw mode. Bambi did what? Hi, Keep. It's only free because it's open source and built on unpaid workers. Oh, is that how it works? Okay, and is Arduino open source as well then? It is still amazing. Then if I give money to Blender, who does that money go to? And over on the left here, you'll find all your basic drawing tools. Yes. Which includes a draw pencil, the fill tool, and the eraser. Ah, I used Paint in the 90s, chat. I know exactly how to use those buttons. I'm an expert at Paint. Okay, so these guys work not too dissimilar to Photoshop stuff. Now we'll draw your basic settings such as brush and stroke. Color, which you can adjust over on the right screen. Okay, so these are the settings to what we end up doing. Pencil, brush settings, cool. And you can even choose what color it's going to be. Now if you click pencil icon, pencil. Oh, you get a whole menu of what kind of pencils you want. Okay. This is clearly outdated. He's using an older or a newer app. Well, I think I have the newest one, so I guess I'm... So let's say we want pencil. Yeah. And then look at that. Cool. Change the radius. It says size, not radius. 0.1. That big? Cool. Okay. Oh, Arduino was acquired by a big tech company. I didn't realize. Okay. The donations to Blender will be distributed. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Wait, so Arduino is given to a big tech company? Interesting. Interesting indeed. Need some trouble space for when things bubble over stuff, I guess. Will electrons be the new unit of money? Gold is a fun starting point, but it's not charged. Someday, we will live in a world like that. But today is just simply not that day. Today, we use monies. We can change the strength as well. I guess it's like how dark and dense it is. Yeah, look at that. That's great strength. I'm happy with this, yeah. So something like 25 radius will do. Jesus, okay. Yeah, my units are clearly different to his. It's a different version I'm using. We're going to choose is this circle. Okay, where? How did he have a circle? I don't have a circle. Why does he have a circle and I don't? Oh. But. How do I get that same menu as him? So I think I have a different version to the guy. Let's think. If I were a circle, where would I be? Oh. If I were a circle, where would I be? Because he just says insert circle. He has a menu here. But his menu looks very different to mine. You know? Oh, Jesus, what am I doing even? No, undo. Because you're a square. Potato. I mean, it does look like a potato. It does look... I will give it to you. Draw, erase, utilities. Mask. Bitch, where's the circle? Almost started on the road of getting bought up, but the backlash about partnering with them got backed off. Oh, okay. Hopefully. Hi, Brute. Welcome in. Hope you're keeping well. You guys are more than welcome to pop in. What we're doing is we're trying to find insert circle. So the reason is because I'm clearly using an older... I'm using a new... new format, if that makes sense. And I'm following a tutorial that has a slightly older... Yeah. So some of these menus don't look the same as what I'm looking at his YouTube's. It's Windows. Windows I use. Yeah, the minute he presses this button, draw mode, He gets a whole new menu over here, and I don't have that. Why does he have whole new menus and I don't? Poop. Discrimination against tofus. They don't want tofu to learn. I have a conspiracy theory. They don't want me to know, because they know then I will take over the world with this. Blender 2D animation. How to insert circle. Blender, use the circle tool in draw mode. Must be here somewhere, like staring blankly in our face. Yeah, again, draw mode. Maybe utilities? No. Down by. It's just they all have a menu here and I don't. Press that button. The square menu, a sliding menu there, could have other shapes underneath it. Like, I think so. Oh! How did I do that? Ew! You're right. Number one. But number two, to click on it is really weird. You have to press hold and then the menu comes up. You can't let go. So you have to press, hold, drag. Sorry. I know it's a small thing and you're like, tofu, that's such a minuscule thing to complain about. But honestly, that was really unnatural to do. Anyways, we got the circle. I think. This looks a bit different though. What they have as well. So now the circle is created. Let's go ahead and rename our tool here. Okay. So we first need to press enter on the keyboard to create the shape. Press enter. There we go. Double click on our grease pencil here. Okay. We rename it as a ball. Okay. Ball. Nice. Okay, we have a ball. Now, why is it dotted is a great question. Can I like dot strokes? Can I remove the dot stroke? Ugh. Ball. How does one change it? Oh no, I don't want to draw. Go into the ball. Okay. Effect fix. Oh yeah, I went too far back. Damn it. Draw mode. Circle. Why is it... See, it's grayed out. I can't touch that. That's annoying. Why does it have to be... I don't want it to be dots. Don't let it be dots. No, Merv. Oh, feck. I don't want it to be dots. Help. Help. Why is it dots? Why is this so difficult? Dot stroke second selector. Dot stroke second selector. Second selector? Oh, hello. Now 2 circles. And I don't see them in my scene selection. They're the same circle. Oh, okay. I think I got this. Okay, we start again. We got this. We're gonna go into draw mode. What? I can't go into draw mode. Okay. Bro, why can't I go into draw mode? What did I do? Okay, there we go. Nope. Why am I such a failure? Where? Why? Why can't I draw? Why won't they? I don't understand. I'm confused. Disabled context missing active object. But how can I put an active object in here? He won't let me put an object in there. These are tears of happiness. I am really happy. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, Reese pencil, blank. There we go. Then we go into draw mode. Check this out. There we go. Then we're gonna add a circle. Then we press enter. Then we edit the name here. And we call it a ball. Enter. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Keep your applause to yourselves, please. You guys are just embarrassing me. All right, we've created our first object. Add a keyframe here at the bottom of the timeline. Okay. How did I do that? Create a small little circle here to represent the shininess of the ball. Okay. What did you do? Remember, every time we create a new Grease pencil shape, hit enter on the keyboard. Yes, because we need it as a new object. This will create the Grease pencil object. And add a keyframe here in the bottom part. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and add a circle here to represent the shininess of the ball. Okay, I can do that. Shiny ball. There we go. Enter. Remember to press enter to create it. Then go into edit mode. Edit mode. Select the small circle here. Select it. And we're just going to select the rotate tool. Rotate tool. Transform. Rotate. There we go. And we're going to select the rotate tool and rotate slightly. And so, okay. Oh. No, not like that. Like that. You can move the tool and reposition it where you want it. Okay, cool. I think I did a good job. So we have a little shiny part on our ball. We like our ball shiny. So then in edit mode, we're going to go into draw. Happiness does not equal hopelessness. And the feeling a user gets when the design program fails to aggravate them. Small moon or a Death Star? Great question. Is this a small moon? I feel like it's a bubble. Like a Like the one that you blow for kids. Do you know the bubble balls? What are they called? Soap bubbles? Do you know what I'm talking about? The little things that kids do. Oh, bubbles, right? They're just bubbles. There's no other name for them, right? I'm not crazy. Right, anyways. Now let's go ahead and add some color to this ball. To do this, first we create some materials. Material properties. Here we go. Button. Click on materials and new. I don't have that many. This is so annoying. I'm clearly using a different version. Ah, is it animation? Maybe new custom property. Sure. Then we want to create a new bit by clicking new. Shit. I don't know what I meant to do. This menu is completely different. Blender's changed since this tutorial was released 3 years ago. Preview. Surface. And this is because the base color is set to black. Now we've got color for our base strokes. So go ahead and rename. I've already done that. I'm so quite confusing. It seems that that's what I've done. Oh, yo, this is very confusing. Creating a new material. Ball base color. Ball base color. And we want to make sure that this is set to film stroke. Don't have the deselect button. That's annoying. Maybe hold out? What does hold out? Remove the color from underneath the stroke by using... No, that's not right. I don't have that deselect option that he has. Ay, ay, ay. Oh! Soap bubbles. Yes, probably soap bubbles is the proper term. Nice job. Hello, hello. Water bubbles? I think it's soap bubbles. Because it has to be soap, right? You put fairy liquid in there. That's what we did anyway. Actually, fairy liquid was expensive back in my day. It's still pretty expensive, but you know what? It is pretty good. Let's go ahead and choose a base color for our balls. One, choose your base. There you go. Has a multicolor. Oh, I have to go here. Ah, okay. What color balls do we want? I think a pink ball sounds nice. If we could paint our balls, what color would they be? What do you think, chat? Let's create a warm red color. I'm going to create a pink color. It's okay, chat. I'm only 1/3 through the tutorial. We'll definitely achieve this today. This is so doable. We're going to achieve greatness. I'm not allowed to take a break until I color my ball. That's the rule here. That's going to be the rule. We can't leave the stream. Go for a break. Till my ball, just one even, painted. There we go. Okay, so then we go into ball. This. And before we color in the ball, we want to create a new layer for the ball here. Oh, this is where having Photoshop and art experience comes in handy. I know of this thing, of layers and stuff like that, but I'm not very good at that kind of thing. You have to keep track of all the layers. Isn't that like a notorious art thing? I see Fizzy sometimes. She face palms herself when she doesn't realize when she accidentally paints on the wrong layer. We remain consistent with our material. Oh, strokes. Strokes. Not lines. Layers are my bane. Vanadium 4 color. Green. I decided to go for pink instead of green there. And hurry. Oh, my eye. Oh, if Medji's still here, and I know a few of you guys were interested in seeing, I watched the movie Signs finally for the first time yesterday. I watched 2 movies actually. I watched Signs and Triangle. I don't know if any of you have seen it before. So we'll remain consistent with our material. Strokes. Strokes. Oh, we're gonna do it. Oh. That's strokes. Raw. Active layer. New layer. Very geometric movie selection. It is, isn't it? It happened to be a coincidence. Ball base. Polish ball. Oh. Ball base color. There it is. Nice. And by going over to our tools over on the left, let's select the fill option. Erase, fill. Simply click inside the ball to fill it in. Ooh! Excellent. Now you'll see, because our ball base color is above the strokes. Oh. Covered our strokes and... Oh, that's not what happened to me. How come? How come mine doesn't have that? He points out that because of the order, so see the base ball base color is up on top. Because strokes is at the bottom. See you, Tari. Take care of yourself. Say hello to Cora from us. Now do this to get over to object data perception. It's in data. Send in the bunny to sabotage the stream. That bunny didn't hang out with me today. I don't know if she's sulking. I don't know what I did to deserve any complaints or sulking from her, to be fair. I bathe her. Okay, I don't. But I clean her toilet every week. Like twice a week. I feed her. I pet her. I do so many things for her. Here are our layers. Let's go ahead and select strokes layer here. Put it up. I feel like I don't need to do this. For some reason, I did something wrong. Tutorial. And I already got the goal, if that makes sense. Draw? Oh, because I wasn't in draw mode. I'm in object mode. No, still the same. Now do this, let's data. Focus on. Rule number 1, do not return to the scene of the crime. Did you blame her for munching on the spicy Ethernet cables without any evidence? I don't blame her for anything. You could not blame her for anything. That bunny does not take criticism of any shape, way, or form. I wish she did. Ah, okay. So we want to add another color that's lighter than pink to fill in the guys. So it's not going to be pure white. It's going to be a bit pink. So that's our next goal here. Okay, let's go ahead and color this highlight as well. We're going to go into draw mode. Done. We're going to go into fill. Done. And to draw active layer, we add a new layer. We'll call it, what will we call it? Highlight, ball highlight. Ball highlight, there we go. We'll add that, excellent. Go into ball highlight. Go into more colors to add here. We add a new material, new. Base color, and we'll make it super light pink. This light, there we go. Perfect. Because it still has to be pink, but not too pink, you know? It's not hot pink, it's baby pink. So we have that color there. Fill. Right there, great highlights. We press it. Ah, there you go. It kind of comes out more purple, actually, instead of pink. Let me fix that. There we go. Nice. All right. Look at me. Artiste. Okay. So we want to make sure our ball highlights layers above the ball base color. And that is right. So everything's good. In fact, let's go back to object data properties. Okay. Go back to object data properties. And let's move strokes above the ball highlight. Just so that the highlight color is below the strokes. Cool. Okay, I think we've done the first part. We've drawn our ball. The ball has been drawn, chat. And I think that's the hardest part. So now I think we're going on towards the animation part of the work. Totally doable, I'm sure. And the easy part. Can you graduate the color? Like what is it called? Not omniplex, fuck's sakes. Like an ombre kind of thing? Probably. I gave Tofu a knife, but it really... Hi, Fizzy. Welcome in, welcome in. Are we animating today? Yes. Our goal is to... we're just following a tutorial for now about animating balls. But our goal in a little while is to animate a neutron changing into a proton and emitting 2 subatomic particles. So we're going to try and animate physics stuff. That's our goal today. That's the slow, painful tutorial that we're going through, but I think it's going to be worth it. It's a skill that is important to have. We're fighting against people using AI in academia to do their images for lecture notes. I am going to animate my own GIFs, my own images, my own everything from scratch. Why am I doing that? Because I need 36 hours in the day to happen. This is my little riot protest against these kind of things. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea because my coffee is almost done. Do you use Blender, Fizzy? I've been biting them really badly. We'll do a cup of tea. Keen tea break, chat? Yeah? We'll see you guys in a little while. On top of the 20 meters of the height of the windmill, adding those things together, that is 45.9 meters. That is a very large story building apartment block thing to jump from. That's really, really high. His velocity on impact we can also calculate was 30 meters per second. From this, we can actually calculate his momentum. Momentum is equal to mass times volume. We know what the average mass of a gnome is, or you can go into his details and his stats. We found it to be roughly 35, and so his momentum was 1,050 kilograms meters per second. The conclusion of this video is I take no responsibility for Barkis's death, because chances are he was probably dead on the windmill. Yeah. To anyone who doesn't know me, I am a physicist from Ireland and I play video games on Twitch and try to make physics educational and relatable. So if any ideas or if you're interested in hanging out, make sure to come out and hang live with me on Twitch. Take care of yourself and don't pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
One of the big problems about studying physics is that when you study physics, sometimes you get into the theory and the mathematics too much and pretty much you can't really figure out how to really apply it to real life. And so application is very important, and this is the video for you. This is a study of kinetics, specifically projectile motion, and we will be using a very important scene from Lord of the Rings where we basically toss a dwarf.
Don't tell the elf. Not a word.
Projectile motion is basically when an object is following a parabolic or curved path. And the reason it does this usually in all of these examples is because gravity is a very, very rude thing. Before Newton discovered gravity, we were all having so much fun. Jokes aside. The thing that makes projectile motion slightly awkward than normal kinematics that you might have encountered is the fact that things happen at angles. And basically what we have to do now is decipher these angles into X and Y components. Horizontal and vertical. The description of the scene of the Lord of the Rings is basically Aragorn tossing Gimli across. We don't tell the elf. And there's a massive gap that he has to get across, but also the gap or the layer where the orcs are is slightly lower level. So there's a few approximations we have to make. Our goal here is to calculate how far across Gimli got yeeted, but also how long he was in the air. The first thing we estimate is the speed that Gimli is at, and we did a couple of things on my live Twitch stream to calculate this. Some of the things included calculating frames per second. Others did estimation of distance traveled per second, but basically we came up with 4 meters per second. The angle at which he was yeeted looked roughly 45-degree angle, and this is a chef's kiss of an angle to choose because this is the ideal angle to throw something usually. In this example, Gimli is being tossed at 4 meters per second and at an angle of 45 degrees. There is, however, also the issue that the level where Gimli is at and where the orcs are, there's a bit of a gap. And looking at the video over and over again, and again, estimations and conversations via my Twitch chat, we confirmed and believe that it was roughly 1 Gimli. This is a standard unit of measurement, and you cannot argue against me on this. 1 Gimli is roughly 1.37 meters, and so we estimate that the difference in height is about 1.37 meters in the vertical axis. As Gimli is being thrown, he follows a parabolic path, i.e. a curved path of motion. Basically, because we ignore air resistance, we say that the horizontal path remains constant. Nothing is changing the horizontal component of his speed at any point in time. We physicists love ignoring air resistance. But the y direction, the vertical component, changes every millisecond. At every point in time that Gimli is in the air, gravity is acting against Gimli, and at some point, at the highest peak, he wouldn't even be moving in the y direction. And then we'll begin to accelerate downwards. The vertical velocity changes at every moment in time. Here are some of the classical equations from kinematics that you would usually use to solve these problems. However, again, the problem here is linear motion. At the moment, we're at an angle and we're not exactly at linear motion, but we will decipher this. We have to break down Gimli's projectile motion into its x and y components. So, hi. Cora, thank you so much for the resub. I know she's streaming at the moment, so she's probably not here to say hello properly. Oh, notification? Gonna double check that I booked the right train tickets. I got a message about it. Choose. Oh, had my driver's test on Tuesday, so I did a practice test today. I got 29 out of 40 twice. Sorry, 39 out of 40 twice. Keep getting one question wrong all the time. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to our wonderful animation. What? Hi, Bones. Welcome in. What question did you get wrong? Which side is the brake pedal on? I usually get the... So today I got one wrong about... I kind of misread the question. It was something like, at a junction of equal importance. Approaching a junction of equal road importance. Which right of way does the cars have? And I thought that the cars that are driving on from the left have technically right of way, but if you're turning left at the junction, it doesn't even really matter that they're there. They're not involved in your thing. So I said that they had right of way when in reality it's not. They don't even. Yeah, it was a pedantic kind of thing. They're not involved in my situation of driving, but you should still be careful with them, was my thought process. And I got another question wrong today, which was about how long your license is suspended for if you refuse to do a breathalyzer from the Garda. I said 3 years when the answer was 4 years or something like that. So it was very, very small questions like that. I need to get 36 out of 40, I think. The fact that I keep getting 39 out of 40, it's fine. Okay, let's go into object mode and add. That's our next job. So object mode and add. There we go. And I think we're adding a blank grease pencil again, I believe. Now let's go ahead and change the... So... Oh, we're going to draw a floor. Okay, that makes sense. Floor. And we're going to go into draw. And we're going to get a line. There we go. Go ahead and click. Draw a line. That. Hold shift key. Ah, the shift key keeps it straight for us. Nice. And it can do 45 and 90-degree angles for us. That's nice. Okay, so we have a ground. Cool. We have a bubble and we have a ground. Press enter on your keyboard to create it. Always forget to do that. We'll call this floor stroke. Ooh. Oh, sorry. We want to go into materials again. Ah, shit, I did that thing again. Do we want to go into materials again? Call a floor stroke. There seems to be a thing like, if you're an artist and you use these kind of applications like Photoshop and so on and so forth, you need to stop from developing a bad habit. And I feel like this is where I would fail terribly. You need to label everything and you need to sort it out. And it's such a huge and important investment. But if you're anything like me and you're lazy and you start like, I'll do it later, or it's not important now, or I'll remember it. It sounds like the worst thing that you could do for yourself in the long run. That's true, Azir. Yeah. Okay. Floor stroke. And you can see the straight away that it's added a color to our stroke here. Let's create a new material. And this is floor color. Oh, we're going to add floor color to it. Cool. Floor color. Going to go into... Going to make it a nice gray. You know what? Nah, I'm going to go blue. I'm going to go blue. Let's go. Okay, green actually. Yeah, grassy green. There we go. Oh no, go back. I did a boo-boo. Nice green color. Perfect. And then we're going to add color to this floor. Box shape here. Gonna first create a new layer first. Oh. Here. Draw active layer, new layer. We're gonna say floor color. It's a little satisfying when you're watching a tutorial. You're kind of you're kind of ahead of it already, you know? You know what to do. Except I just said that. And I've clearly done a boo-boo. Active layer, new layer. Floor. Color. Add. There we go. I actually named our grease pencil strokes. Okay. We'll name this floor strokes, technically. We'll go back into floor color. And then with the floor, we're going to use the box tool. Okay. Box. Draw out the color for our floor, like so. Okay. Like this. Now, the best thing we can do use here is the color of them. Enter. Nice! Oh, you can change it while you're editing, so it's kind of nice. You can kind of see what best color. I think this is a nice color. Nice green color. I'll take it. Excellent. Now, if you want to, you can also go over the object data properties again. And yeah, we can put the floor strokes above, for example. But it doesn't matter in this case. We're doing a really good job. We're going to have a bouncy ball soon. Hi, Fun Black. Welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. We're listening to some casual Baldur's Gate. You would think that we're doing art. And you would be right. But as people say, there is an element of STEAM in STEM for art in there. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to learn some basic animations for the possibility of making science communication possible or a little bit easier. So we're going to create a new object mode. Pencil blank. These could. What we're going to call this Jeep. I'm going to call movement. Oh, interesting. So we actually have to direct movement this way. I thought it'd be a bit different. Now we're actually getting to the animation part. We've drawn our ball. Our next stop is to animate it. Okay, here we go. And from here, let's go ahead and collapse our ball on floor. Yeah, done. Go ahead and change this word movement because we're going to involve moving this ball around. The T. And then while we're in object mode, let's go ahead and select our ball. When we're in object mode, select. I was going to say I touched my ball. Okay, so I move my ball. Where the animation is going to start. Okay. So we want it fairly high up as the ball is going to bounce from the top of our screen. Okay, so we're dropping the ball and we're going to make it bounce. That's the goal of our animation today. We're going to make a bouncy ball. We can do this. So let's create a movement guide for this. So go to draw mode. Draw mode. Select our pencil. Okay. And we're going to click and draw across the canvas. Oh, fascinating. Is that what we do? Okay. So we're going to draw. Are we ready? Oh, no. Oh? Did I do it right? Hi, Fire Eater. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Now, once you've done that, it's time to start animating the ball. So let's start the animation. Let's go into edit mode. Edit mode. Here we go. And let's switch from object mode to edit mode like so. And we want to go ahead and select our ball and pencil object here. Go ahead, select our ball grease pencil object here, yes. I've selected my ball, yes. We're going to animate. We're going to bring our attention to the timeline. Okay, so we're going to look at this timeline at the bottom. Do you guys see it? Oh. We've already got keyframes. Uh-huh. Yes, I get it. So we've got keyframes for strokes, the balls, and the highlights. Yes, I understand that. Let's go. The ball base color and all of them are going to be animated and go along with them. Obviously, we want the color to go along with it as well. So our movement guide here is using the keyframes. So to do this first, let's go ahead and select all 3 keys and frames at the bottom here. How do I do that? Select all 3. Oh, sorry. Let me pull this up a bit here like this. So I'm confused. I got 3. Highlighted in yellow. How does he have that menu there? Have that menu. Ah, here we go. How do I highlight all of this? Oh. Ah. Okay, okay. I got this. I got this, team. Okay, all of them are highlighted. And then we're going to duplicate them by pressing Shift D on the keyboard. Shift D. Oh, sorry. Shift D. Okay. We're going to duplicate keyframes. Now, I want to move them approximately 10 frames ahead. Okay. And then once I've done that, go ahead and click the mouse to create them. Okay. Like that. Now we can zoom in into our timeline a little bit. You can see here we've got numbers. Yeah. We can zoom into our anime. Ah, there we go. So we zoom in like this, just to kind of get a better look at it. You can see the numbers in our timeline going up in groups of 5. Yeah, that's fair. Good tea. Now let's go ahead and repeat this process 6 more times. 6? Oy, oy, oy. Wonder why it's in groups of 12. Okay, we have 10 now. Nice. Hello, Buck. Welcome in. A sphere in an O-ring bouncing sounds like a check valve. I've got some code I'm trying to prep in time, and I'm getting the eyes to run. Maybe this means I should get a GPU driver started on. I hope it's not that serious, Nadia. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so he's saying I should duplicate this a few times. Let's have a look at what that means. So you press Shift D. Okay. And then I move them another 10 frames to 20. Then Shift D again. Oh. How does one do this? Ugh. I don't like... How many times did I do this? Shift D to 30. Shift D to 40. Shift D to 50 and Shift D to 60. Okay. Let's go to object mode and we want to move in our timeline. Object mode. Man, the switching between object, edit, and draw mode is actually quite hard to understand, like, what we're doing. Let's go to object mode and to each of these keyframes we've created here. Let's go to keyframes over 10. Okay. We want to move our ball that it matches where we want it. Oh, did I do that? Object. Move our time to 10. Okay. So we move our timeline to 10. Oh, okay. So we drew that just for a guide. Ah, I was wondering how drawing would help us there. That was kind of weird. So the drawing is only there to help us. Nope. Undo. So we need to keep moving this every 20 frames. Damn, animation is hard. The amount of work that goes in. Like, we're just doing the most simplest ball moving, you know? Oh. I panicked. It's all good now. Okay. I didn't do all the frames, but it's okay. That's fine. But maybe we'll bring it up to 50 again. And I'll just zoom out. We just go completely off. There we go. All right. I didn't do up to 60 keyframes. Or maybe I will, just for argument's sake. 60. Move it even further off screen. I think the off screen is okay. Oh, my goodness. Not the same height as the previous bounds. Yep. Just the position of the ball. Okay. As you can see now, if we go ahead and roll in our timeline. Ah, I made it! It's not much, but it's an honest day's work. Let's go! We made sort of a movie. Hi, Prash. Welcome in. Is your... you know, I wish it wasn't made out of carrot. Hi, Call. I caught the start of your stream. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just learning a bit of animation for some future physics work. For now, we're just learning how to do bouncy balls. We love some bouncy balls here. Okay, so now we can add more keyframe. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we can add more keyframes, he says. Not sure why we want to do that, but... oh no. There we go. Press Shift D again. Shift D. Oh, Shift D. Wait, I'm confused how he did that. We can make this animation even better by adding keyframes in here. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Select these keyframes here. Press Shift D again. And we're just going to create the keyframes. Oh, he says press Shift D, but nothing happens. So I click this. He says press Shift D. Oh, now it works. Okay, that's weird. That was weird. Shift D. D. Shift D. There we go. Okay, we've created a few here. Now you need to get the ball to deform when it hits the ground. I think that might be the goal now, because it's not going to be perfect ball shape. If I remember seeing the thumbnail of this tutorial I'm following, I think that's the goal. So we're going to see it now. Ah, okay. So we can like adjust it better. So what we can do is... Oh. We don't need to go too accurate from here. Oh. It's very slow towards the end. Bounce. There we go. Okay. I'm happy enough with that. Just double check that it looks good. Oh! What the heck? Let me double check that my bounce is okay. Ah! I never bounced! What the feck? I skipped a step. Okay, here we go. Duh, 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 duh. Then from here to here. Duh, 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 duh. Then from here to here. Duh, 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 duh. And from here to here. Duh, 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 duh. Then from here to here. Duh, 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 duh. Then from here to here. Duh, duh, duh. Then from here to here. Duh, 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 duh. Then from here to here. Duh, duh, duh. Then from here to here. Bye. There we go. Is that much better now? Okay, let's have a look. What? What am I doing so wrong? Oh my god, team. You have to move the framer. I thought I did though. No? Let's try that again. I did it right the first time. So here we go. We start here. Right. Oh, this frame marker. Oh, I get it now. So here we go. This part. I see. There we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, okay. Ah, I thought it was clicking this is what changed it. Oh. Bounce, 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 bounce. Click here. Very slowly. Going? No. Why am I going over there? Okay, I think I did it wrong again. What are we doing today? We're just practicing some basic 2D animations so that we can draw some physics animations in future. That's our goal here. We're learning some foundational skills to hopefully help the world of education. Might be an ambitious goal. What I'm doing wrong here, by the way. Coming like this. Then oh, shit. I know why I did that wrong. Oh, for feck's sakes. I'm so bad at this. Oh, my days, my days, my days, my days. Okay, it's fine. Do boing, boing. Then we do a wrong boing here. That's what kind of boing we want here. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong here. I'm not quite sure what I've done so badly. I've clearly done something very badly. I get that. That part I understand. But we're almost there. The hell am I doing? Oh my god, I've done this completely butchered. Why am I not bouncing up anymore? So down here, I'm meant to bounce up. Suddenly I'm going backwards. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? What have I done? Okay. Can I just go back, like a long time back and just start from the start? Because I have no idea what I've done so wrong now. Okay, this is as back as I can go, it seems. It's because we're ignoring air resistance. Is that why? I saw the thumbnail and immediately clicked the video to see you suffer. That's a hard thing to say. Ay, ay, ay. Confused. The whole keyframe issue. Oh, I think I know why. It's because when I split the keys, these guys, I made that mistake. So if I delete this now, right, and I go back to the OG. Like, if I want to fix all of that, I might need to actually delete all of this. So we're going to go to 10 here. We're going to shift duplicate. Here. Shift duplicate. Here. Shift duplicate. Here. Shift duplicate. To here. Okay, there we go. So I have no idea why we're doing. So let's do that again. So click here. 0. The ball begins to fall. Ball begins to bounce up. Oh. Fuck. Oh my God, I'm so confused. I'm doing something so barbarically wrong in this animation. Let's not talk about adding Python to this. Let's not. Let's just focus on trying to get this to work. Very basic stuff first. The main 2D physics things I think are doable pendulums. Yeah. So like I said, the stuff that I'm thinking about doing is like some nuclear stuff, just protons and nucleons changing with some animation in them. Let's not add Python to anything. At the moment, let's not. Exactly. At the moment, let's not. Let's just get this down first before we start suggesting this kind of stuff for me. So confused. Delete. Delete. Deleting those keyframes doesn't change it. Okay. Okay. How do I delete all the animation I've done so? How does one do that? Just one, delete all the animation they've done. B. How do I delete all of this that I've done already is the question. Do you have motion tween option on? Sure. Move. Wait, I don't quite... I think this is the issue. I don't quite know where my movement is locked. that make sense? Yeah, a few people have said that the keyframe should have deleted the motion, but it didn't, which makes it very confusing to me how it exists at all. There's no... Toggle camera view, move view, zoom in and out. Oh. Oh! Auto keying. No, that's not it. Where have I locked these movements in? Very confused where I've, you know, where are these movements logged? You know what I mean? Hi, Bulbadin. Welcome in, welcome in. My confusion stems to where we've locked the movement, because I thought it was locked in the key moment frame, but it's not. You? Okay, I can't seem to find it. 2D animation blender. How to remove movement. Movement. How to hide. How can I delete the frame? Delete key can delete your frame. That is after you select the keyframe. Okay, how does one select the keyframe? There's a key. I'm okay, chat. I'm okay. Everything's great. This animation is going extremely well. Everything is going really well. I am going to be the next animator. I have no idea how one would visualize. Oh, Jesus. Never mind two-dimensional. I don't think we'll be doing those kind of projects for this. Animating is not for the weak. It really isn't, Meshy Man. It really isn't. Look at this mess. The ball was meant to bounce. This is... Chat, I want you to observe my work of art. This is my first animation of physics. I have no words. Oh, what am I doing? What is this? What is this? Okay, stop it. Stop it! Stop replaying my failures over and over again. At some point, I will want to give up. But today is not that day. Today, we do not give up. I'm just kind of... Yeah, I don't know how to delete all this animation. Click on the orange square. To see the XY of the ball. There is no orange square that I can see at the moment. On the right from transform. It's the one? You mean this one here? Object?
good news, everyone!
I have cheesecake. Nice. Can I have some? I would love some cheesecake right now. Clicked on something. Now you can see the X, Y. Okay. I don't see how that helps me at the moment. Yellow means you're recording and animating. Okay, how does one not do that? Okay, that's fine. How does one then... You're still missing something from the bottom that should show keyframes for... So what I'm trying to understand is, I feel like there's something that should like show me the animation bar. Do you know what I mean? No, this is fine. No, so what I want to do is I just want to remove all the animation I have. But I thought it was attached to the keyframes. Remember when we did this, right? We attached it and then we would highlight this and then we would, you know, go here and we would do this whole animation process of it and then we would press play. It was fine. But then I clearly fucked up something and I didn't know what I was doing and it's fine. But I don't know how to... But then I deleted all these keyframes to start from scratch. But now the animation is still stuck. You know what I mean? I haven't actually deleted the animation. I've just deleted the key points. I want to remove the animation and start from scratch again. Does that make sense? What we're struggling with at the moment? Playback. That's the part I'm confused. Current frame. Where is my bar, if that makes sense? Or action editor? Is that what it is? Would it be? Maybe this is it. Maybe it's the action editor. Is this it? It is. I think I found the button. It's action editor. There we go. Okay. Nice. All right. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. That took a little while. Apologies. This is the learning curve. So we'll start again from scratch, shall we? Success. Success indeed. But Jesus Christ, that was tough. I think the problem is that I'm following a tutorial from an older version. And it's taken a long time to find the buttons. But you know what? You kind of learn a little bit better as well because of that. I don't know why, but I'm missing one frame. Let's not judge it. We're missing one frame. It's fine. So let's just predict first. Yeah, we'll start here. Beginning. In the beginning, there was a tofu. So then we're gonna take these, Shift D, I'm gonna move it position 10, 10, 10, 10. Maybe one more. There we go. So let's try that again. Oh, there we go. And bam. We go here. And bam. Then we go. Bam. Then we go. Bam. And then we go. Bam. And then we go. Okay, maybe we don't need to go much more. Okay, now we have something. Hi, Jimmy. Welcome in, welcome in. You're watching me take over the scientific animation world. One ball at a time. How are you doing? Okay, now that we've done that, let's see if there is an animation. No. Done something wrong. Action editor. There is no action happening. There is no action. Okay, I've done something wrong. Let's look at the tutorial again. Let's check it out from the start. Okay, now to start the animation, go into edit mode. Ah, I was in object mode. Oh, ya bastard. Edit mode. Let's try that again. We'll try it one more time. Gonna move object. Gonna go like that. Oh, okay. Now I'm just doing something. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have created the timelines. Oh, it's in object mode. Oh, I need to create these things in edit mode, it seems. So these things have to be created in edit mode. The animation has to be done in object mode. Okay, let's try this again. So we go into edit mode. Then we highlight this and we go Shift D. Here from here. 1, Shift D. Here to here, Shift D. Here to here, Shift D. Here to here. I'm not really too stuck on the animation. I really need to kind of get this down. So we added the keyframes, Shift D, done that. D again. Okay. Good, good, good. So once we have the keyframes, excellent. Then now that we've created our keyframes, we need to go into object mode. There we go. Object mode. Let's go to object mode and we want to move our timeline. Each of these keyframes that we've created. Okay. So let's go to keyframe over at 10. Oh, I'm so silly. It's the ending journey. I got it backwards. It's the opposite. Okay. You don't start at the journey. But yeah. Ma'am, please give me some career advice. I unfortunately cannot. I don't like giving career advice or life advice to anyone, usually, because your life is very unique and different, and it doesn't matter what advice I give you. Life is going to be very, very different, so I'm sorry. I really need to sit down and analyze everything about your life if I were to give any sort of advice, honestly. Good afternoon, James. Welcome in. Risto, hello. And Pardon, good day. Good day to you. How are you getting on, Steve? Okay, so let's try this again. One more time, team. For the 5th millionth time, let's do this. Remove the object. I got this. I got this. Watch this. We're not recording anything. Nothing is happening. Or why? You need to activate the keyframe and position the objects in which way. Isn't that what I'm doing? This is the key. Isn't this the keyframe? If those are keyframes, then it's not a recording. So for example, this should be a recording now. Move object. Done. Nothing is happening. It did not record. So, so why isn't it recording? Okay. Don't know at this stage. I'm following the tutorial to the I feel. Obviously I'm not. I'm doing something wrong. And we had it earlier. I don't know. I think I edited something accidentally. I just changed something. Oh? Something I did along the way, I've messed it up badly. That. I think I just pressed something back-end wise. I screwed everything up for myself. And it's hard to know. Oh, is it just not recording? Is that what it is? Oh, for fuck's sakes, that's what it was. It just wasn't recording. God damn it. Okay, let's try that again. We're not recording. We're gonna move this back. There we go. Everything's fine now. We're gonna move to this frame here because I don't know why I've put everything into the second frame. It is what it is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this here. I'm gonna press record and then we're going to move. There we go. Then I press this. Here. Boing. Boing. Then I'm going to press this and this and move. And I'm going to press this and this. Boing. Damn it. Almost. Almost. Almost at it. Now, what's a little bit infuriating is this is clearly slightly different to the guy. Like, again, there's a newer version of Blender since this 3-4 years ago tutorial. So we need to just learn the buttons. Okay. No, let's not do that. Let's start here again. Let's start your body over here. Okay, so let's record. Why did you do that? Not record. Start where you're going to be. We're here. And then we're going to record. And you're going to... Shit. Oh, what do I do now? Oh, come back. I'm going to start here. There we go. And we're going to press record. And we're going to go... Boing. We boinged. Okay? I unpress record. Go back. We did not record. That part works. Somehow, the rest of the part works. But this one doesn't. How did I mess up the first part? I tried Blender yesterday and got a headache. The record button doesn't record your movement, it auto keys. So it only saves the last location of the ball you set to current frame, not the whole movement. Okay. Okay. Fascinating. Then I'm so confused about following this tutorial then, honestly. I'm so confused. Oh, I think I need to find a newer updated tutorial to do this. I feel like I need to abandon this tutorial. I'm getting so lost and confused just because the buttons are different in a lot of places. Oh well. We're not giving up. We're definitely going to do this, but we just need to find a guide that just has the same menu, at least in the beginning for us. Do you need animation to start for a non-zero frame? When you run it back to 0, it looked like the end of your first animation step. Hi, Andy, welcome in. It's like After Effects. You need to move the keyframing and select all 5 vertical arms, and only then move the ball position. You need to move the keyframing and select all the 5 vertical orange lozenges. Only then move the ball position. I feel like that's what I did though, didn't I? I think I did both. So we have this part sort of working. This part is sort of, our first part needs to be fixed. So we click on this one. A ball over here. Ideally, that's where we would be. Move the keyframe here. Oh, for fuck's sakes, now it works, and I don't even know what I did. What the hell? Listen. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. This is just... Hi, Silver. Can you check the actions thing? I can. Action editor. There we go. Oh, let's stop here. Oh. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. It seems to be defying physics. It's just, my ball is too big is the problem. If I had a smaller ball, I could be a bit more precise in its trajectory. Let's just leave it at that and keep going. I think a cup of tea is needed. We're almost done with the tutorial. We're almost done. So the next part of the tutorial is about animating in its movement, I believe. So we're going to squish and stretch the ball. So during some of the time of it falling, it's going to stretch and squish. So that's our goal now. We'll do a squish and stretch. And with that, we'll finish the tutorial. As with most of these things, I think what we need is a project. We need a project. So I think, again, the neutron thing that I'm thinking of doing is the best thing to try. Don't know if I want to do all of it on stream. It is definitely something I will work on behind the scenes today. You need to record a few videos first, though. Yes. Now, if anyone can shift the world a little bit and make it so that there's 36 hours in a day, that would be great. Hello, what's up today? So today we are just trying to learn some basic animations for physics animations in the future. That's the goal. It's Blender. We're using Blender. So originally, we thought about 3D printing stuff in Blender, but chat is bullying me and saying I should use Fusion. My argument for Blender is, yeah, that. We'll see. We'll go to Fusion in a little while. I have other stuff to build.
It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose.
That
is not a weakness.
That is life.
That is life.
Another thing that I want to do is my printer hasn't been working for 24 hours. So what we're going to do... We're going to see, there's a list of stuff I want to print anyway, so we're going to see what we need to print, and we might print a few things, and after that, playing a little bit of Elite Dangerous. Yesterday, the stream got cut short because, if anyone can read my streaming title, we have an evil bunny. They're ruining our life a little bit, just a little bit. We've ordered a new Ethernet cable, but hopefully we won't have any disconnects today. Crossing fingers and our toes, and everything in between. We'll take a quick break. T&P. Make sure to get your T&Ps. I'm a little bit hungry. I don't know why I'm so hungry these days. So I'm gonna invade my snack cupboard. My students actually gave me chocolate this year. I don't know about you, but I never gave presents to my lecturers, and this year I got presents from my first years and second years, which was really, really sweet. But I got Ferrero Rocher, so might go grab some Ferrero Rocher. Alright, I'll see you in a little while, guys. Get up, do some jumping jacks. We'll be back in the action in a bit. Because an inductor is basically a wire that is wrapped around, it is very, very, very long, and therefore there is inherent resistance associated with the wire. So sometimes we put it in series with an inductor, and we refer to it as the winding resistance. Another thing is true is that there's something called a winding capacitance. we put the capacitance in parallel with the inductor. When you look closely to a wire wrapped around this pen, there is a capacitance associated with each coil beside themselves. That is why it is set up in parallel. Most of the time, especially the way I teach things, I usually don't need to take it into consideration. But sometimes it is important to take winding resistance and winding capacitance into consideration in your system. Again, especially if you're doing very, very careful measurements. Again, inductors are the opposite of capacitance in the sense that when they are inductors in series, we add them up, kind of like resistors. And when we have inductors in parallel, we add the inverse of them. Again, very similar to how we treat resistors in parallel. I mentioned earlier that inductors are very important in AC circuits. Let me show you a really interesting thing that happens between voltage and current. So remember, in a DC circuit, we turn on the voltage source and the inductor panics. It's got all these different coils and it needs to sort out the current that is going through the coil, so it stops current initially. Then over time, it lets more and more through. We say that the current lags the inductor voltage. So if you look at the plot here of current versus voltage, they're constantly 90 degrees out of phase, as demonstrated with the phasor diagram. This is the important manipulation source of inductors in AC circuits. Again, very similar to capacitors, there is a reactance associated with inductors. The reactance is basically the resistance of the inductor in an AC circuit, and we have to use AC circuits because there's a frequency associated with this. The equation for reactance is equal to 2 pi f times L. It's dependent on two things, the value of the inductor and the frequency that the AC circuit is operating on. Let's go back to our very first definition of inductance. V induced is equal to L times di dt, the rate of change of current. Here in this diagram, I'm trying to explain the rate of change of current and frequency. If the frequency of your current is changing more rapidly, the rate of change of current, the steepness of the slope, increases. So as you increase the frequency of your wave, you're increasing the rate of change of current. And the opposite is true. If your slope is less steep, i.e. you're decreasing the frequency, you're also decreasing the rate of change of current. So when we look at the equation V induced is directly proportional to the rate of change of current, if we're increasing the frequency, it means that we're increasing the rate of change of current, and we're also then increasing the voltage that is induced. If we keep the rate of change of current, i.e. frequency, constant, it means that if we increase the inductance, we also increase the induced voltage, or the opposite is true. If we decrease the inductance, we decrease the voltage induced. So remember, if there is more current flowing through, that means you have less resistance. If you have less current flowing through, it must mean that you have higher resistance. This is why the reactance is directly proportional to the frequency and the inductance. Here is a little mathematical example of how we would use it. Let's say in our AC circuit, we set the source to 3000 Hertz. The inductor is 10 millihenries. By subbing in our values, 2 times pi times the frequency, which is 3000, times the inductance, which is 10 by 10 to the minus 3, we get an answer of 188.5 ohms. Reactance is the same unit as resistance. This is really important when you get to a little bit more complicated circuits, where you have capacitors, resistors, and inductors, and they're all out of phase with each other, and you have to keep track of something called impedance. But that is another video for another time. I hope you found this educational and useful. Happy circuiting. What do you think, Bambi? Did you learn about inductors? This is what happens sometimes. I teach a subject in the most advanced ways, and then I question the most basic physics, and I need to pause in the middle of a video to think thoroughly, and I have to go back to the most fundamental physics to make sure that it's all right in my head. Have you wondered how thermoses keep your coffee hot? Relatively speaking, or how liquid nitrogen dewars are able to keep liquid nitrogen at minus 196 degrees Celsius. To answer this question, we need to cover the 3 fundamental ways heat transfers. A little bit of quick revision: heat is a form of energy. In a basic introduction to physics, heat is a form of energy that makes the molecules go faster. We define temperature as the measurement of the average kinetic energy of the particles. If you're wondering what's going on my lap, I have a bunny asking for pets right now. Hi, Bambi. Heat transfers in 3 fundamental ways: conduction, convection, and radiation. Let me explain all 3. You want to go? You want to come back up? You want more pets? The first one we're going to cover is conduction. Conduction is basically how heat transfers from one object to the other because it's in contact with it. Say I take these markers. If I start heating... Welcome, Fix. Thank you so much for the raid. So sorry we missed you there. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, raiders. Hope you all are keeping well. Sorry for the long break. Yeah, had to pee, obviously. The pet Bambi. And I got two Ferrero Rochers. Not enough to share, sorry. Sorry about that, team. I got to enjoy some, while on my toilet break, reading some negative comments as always. It's a great break. I ate all the gooey stuff. Thank you, Fish. Really, really appreciate it. Sorry we weren't there to battle with you in combat. Oh shit, I left the video running in the background. I missed my whole tutorial. Okay. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to do squish and stretch of the ball. So we're going to stretch it as it's falling initially, and we're going to squish it as it bounces back up again. See how successful that's going to be. Probably not very much so. I like the dark chalky the best. Is there a dark Raffaello one? Oh, I think I know. They sell them in trees with this one, the dark one, and the Raffaello. There are 4 kinds. I only know 3 kinds of Raffaello. There's another kind? Now let's go ahead and make some final adjustments for each of the keyframes, such as squashing and stretching. Now let's add squashing and stretching to our animation. Okay. Object mode, yes. So we go over here. That's why you want to add an extra keyframe. Okay. Let's try and do this. So, I'm going to add a... Oh, shit. I'm going to fuck everything up, chat. Chat, don't look at me. First... Oh, Jesus. First bouncy ball. Don't even... Chat, don't even. Okay. So, what we're going to do is... Shift D. Okay. That's fine. Actually, I kind of want to change this animation if possible. Can I? I'm going to ruin everything. It went backwards. Why did it go... The keyframe will add itself when you change the scale. When you do modifications to the ball, keyframes add themselves. You don't need to add them manually. I'm following a tutorial and it's telling me to add them manually. The tutorial is guiding this step with the keyframes and stuff. to show these kind of moments. So I'm not doing it out of spite or anything, but like if I start going too much rogue, if that makes sense, I might get lost a bit more. So I'm just going to follow the tutorial to the T for now. Okay, whatever. We'll just accept it that that's what it is. All right. So we're going to use the scale here to stretch our ball like so. So how did he do it? He went in here and he pressed transform. In object mode? In object mode. Transform. And yes, like this. And we're going to rotate it as well. So it's at an angle. Is that rotate? It is. Oh my god, my ball's too big. This is a problem. Okay, it is what it is. I'm gonna move it. Here. We go to the next frame. Oh! Shit. I did something bad. It was only meant to change it in that scene. I think this is the problem actually with the tutorial that they're giving me and some of the stuff that I'm noticing. Clearly something has changed in the last 4 years since this has come out. So I'm gonna try it again. We'll just do the scale thing real quick here. And rotate it this way. Move object this way. Oh, I'm recording. I don't know if that's a problem actually. Might be a problem, we'll see. Yeah, no, that doesn't look right. It's only meant to be... It's only meant to be deformed for a section of the thing. I'm doing something wrong again. God damn it, this is so much harder. I think. Let me double check. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, no. In his tutorial, when he does this, the ball goes back to sphere after the editing in that part. So I think I'm doing something wrong. Here we go. Simply click the middle frame on the right set of the scale to 050505. Ay. Okay, I'll try this one more time fully. But we'll see, we'll see. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to go into... I'll just do a few steps at a time. We're going to transform this. Wait, do I need to start the transformation actually? Yeah, so where it is I want to... So here, there we go. So here we're going to transform it. We're going to skew it this way. We're going to rotate it this way. And we're going to move it this way. Oh. Better. Then we're going to go here. And here we're going to transform it. This. Actually, we're going to squish it even. Going to be squished. Oh, wait. Rotate. This way. Going to move it this way. Transform it again. Sorry, we got it wrong. We're going to squish it this way. Like that. And move it there. Like that. Transform it this way. Rotating at an angle. That. Now, I followed the tutorial to the T to how he moved his mouse and everything, but we'll see if it worked. Oh my god, it worked! Yes! Oh, so cool! Okay. Then here, it's going to... Oh. We're going to move it here. It's going to be at an angle. Sorry. We're going to scale it. We're going to squish it. We need to rotate it though. There we go. Like this. Maybe a bit like this. We're going to move it a bit more. There we go. And maybe squish it a bit more. Oh, no, that's just moving it. I want to squish it. No, I'm moving it. How do I squish it? Oh, transform, sorry. Squish it again. The ball definitely became way, way smaller as the as the thing progressed. And then, there we go. We're going to change that size. It's going to rotate this way. We're going to elongate it this way. Maybe more of an angle this way. And then just move it a bit this way. Okay, okay, okay. Whee! Okay, the size is an issue. The size is an issue, but the principle remains, which is kind of cool. Boing, boing. Not bad. Not bad at all. Could have been a lot worse. Look, we did our first animation. Why not set origin to geometry? Because we're following a tutorial. This is our first time learning. There's only so much we can learn in a span of an hour and a half. We'll digest what we can. And I think, overall, that was a first successful animation. The size of the balls is an issue, says Tofu in 2026. Yes, the size of this ball specifically, the way it kind of shrunk. Honey, I shrunk the kids, as they say. But you know what? I think it's a very successful first tutorial. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
Good news, everyone!
To get the circle, left click and hold the square for people using 4.3 and above. There we go. Now I get it. Oh. You know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. So, do we have the skills to make a 2D animation of atomic stuff? I do not know. That is an important question, and I do not know if we have the ability to do so. What program is this? Blender. Blender. I'm using version 5.1, so it's quite updated. So a lot of the tutorials that I see are in version 3 something, so it was quite a long hassle. But you know what? 2.5 hours? Or how long were we on this? You know what? We'll take a win. I think we need a relief party. A relief party. So I'm going to play some great and inspirational music to get everyone in line. This is an inspirational music to you all. Have you noticed that? Oops, wrong overlay. Now, lab rats. I'll take it. I'll take it as a win. I know loads of people were trying to help, and I appreciate it. Just be mindful that we were just following strictly our first ever tutorial. So what we might do is, do we have the ability to animate already? Maybe not. Maybe it's really, really hopeful or ambitious. May I ask, if I make an animation like that and I save it, do I have chocolate on my face? Fucking do. If I, what's the word? Save that as a GIF. Can it be saved in a transparent background? As in, my idea is that I will be talking, I'll be using my hands to do stuff, and then what I've animated in Blender will be overlaid and it will pop up in front of me. Would that be a very doable thing for any of you guys who've used the animation in Blender? Check the link I've sent you. Expanded edition. Oh, do I want to? I don't know. I have this book. I don't know, man. Do I want to be spending money on this? Is this a hobby I'm committing to? Wendigo. Shouldn't be. Sounds like a standard alpha composition. Yeah, if anyone knows or is aware. Let me see. Blender animation. Can you overlay on videos? Is a superimposed. Yes, this is basic VFX. If your video is moving, you'll need to learn to track your footage. Then you use composition. Alpha over to manage transparency and using scene strips to merge the 3D elements. It is ideal for comp. Okay, so there is a way of doing it. I just need to learn how to do it. Okay. It's possibly cheaper than a 3D printing hobby. That is true. That is true. I do have ideas for 3D printing for sure. So something, and CNC, for something that I want to spend more over the summer is focusing on this Patreon. I want to build stuff. You can do it. It's a little complex, but it can be. Oh, is it complex? Oh, feck. Well, as long as I can save it the way it is there and the background is white, there is a way of just green screening, let's say, in my video editor. So as long as that is saved as a video, I import it in my video editing, I can just remove the white background and overlay as normal. I think so anyway. But ideally, I'd probably use a green screen just to make it easier. Yeah. From a video editing software perspective, I think I can manage. Hopefully. Now, can I log into my Creality account on my PC? Log in. How do I log in? I need to put in my username. Do I know my username? Let's check this. So basically what I want to do is before we take a break and play games, I want to get my printer working because my printer has not been operating for the last 24 hours, chat. And it needs to get to work. So what is my username? I have no idea what my username is. All right. Chat, don't look at the keyboard. I'm typing in my password right now. Stop looking at the keyboard. Chat, stop it. Bull chat. Shit. Okay. Send a code. My account. Hello, user. Stop looking at my phone chat. Watch it be like, you can't use this password because this was your previous password. And I'm like, you just said that this wasn't the, don't you, I'm really suspicious about that. I know that people say, but you did put in the password wrong and you don't even realize it. Oh no, have you had an issue? I had to repair my first time the 3D printer. I was pleasantly surprised how handy it was to get the filament out. I got filament stuck in the nozzle, but as long as you chip it or like it's broken off properly in the rest of the tube, it will push through. So I'm pleasantly surprised about that because that's always a worry with 3D printers that if it gets stuck in the nozzle, it's dead. I have too many dead nozzles around this room. I don't know why I keep them. I don't know if I have the audacity to, yeah. All right, it seems that I have, some stuff. I have logged into my account. So do I have favorites? No favorites. That's weird. I definitely saved some stuff. Profile? How do I go into my folder where I saved models from people? Are they metal nozzles? Yes. If so, a heat gun would help? Sure. I did order the crafters because of the new nozzle. Oh, crafters kits are so much fun. Like when they come with like the lights and the magnets and stuff, that's great. Actually, I ordered something recently. Well, I actually haven't bought it, but I just put it in my shopping cart. Little magnets. Do you know those tiny ones? They're very, very good and strong. So that we can 3D print some really fun stuff with magnets. I think it'll open up a whole new world. And it'll teach you a lot about printing because a G-code specifically, where you can like make a mandatory pause in your print so they can put a magnet in and, you know, they're so much fun, I think. Anyway, sorry. Let me just find something really quickly right now. What I'm looking for is where in my Creality did I save things? Because you have the app on your phone and like sometimes I'm doom scrolling. I'm trying to stop my doom scrolling by looking through my phone, you know? And so how do I my favorite? Do I save them? Yeah, no, there is a folder with my favorites. I do have something like that. So let me go into my account, my profile. Oh, there we go. I see the button for favorites. I have a folder. Nice. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Or Creality. Okay. Oh, learning buttons. Sorry, I'm not showing you what I'm doing just in case, because there might be personal information on the website. I'll show you the rest now. Neodymium magnets. Oh, those are way too strong, I think, but they're great. I use those magnets to do the demo on a DC motor. They're really good demos. So you attach them at the end of a AAA battery, and like you have the copper coil wrapped around. Fantastic setup. Yeah. What are we favoriting? So I'm just kind of trying to be good about doom scrolling. I'm trying to not doom scroll social media because I'm getting more pessimistic with life, as one does. Yeah, yeah. I just upload. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, whatever ones that you follow me on, yeah. The reason I ask because you can either work your time to generate. Sorry, Admus. Let me read this properly. It's not really Blender, it's more of an overlay program you're going to use. The reason I ask is because you can either work your time to generate the physics animation yourself or hire someone or use AI generator. The reason I ask is because you either work your time to generate the physics animation or hire somebody. So the whole purpose of why I'm doing this is that I want to learn how to do it, to be independent about it. Is it a bit too much? Is there a lot of work? Like, it's true. I'm learning way too many things. I'm learning to 3D print. I'm learning to CNC. I'm learning to program. I'm learning to do animation now, and I'm obviously still learning fields of physics. And you might say, like, that's too much on one person. But the reality is this is a hobby of mine, being a crafter, creator. Even though I would say I'm not a very good crafter or creator, to be honest. I would arguably say that that I'm not very good at that kind of thing. But whether you're good or not doesn't matter. You're still... you know, you're still doing that hobby. Again, game dev and training. No. Let's not say that I do game development. I don't want that rumor spreading. But yeah, I know I can hire people. Like, Jay helps me a lot. Medjay is my artist. There is no way in hell I'm going to do all the physics art and all the emotes and everything that we have on our stream. That's all Medjay. Medjay does that all for us. And he's going to do some other stuff for us as well in the future. What I'm trying to do is very, very basic animations. Not even just for our stream, for my own students. Now, we could say we could use AI. But. YouTube ate my fire joke. Oh no, what happened? No, I see it. I've been trying to doom scroll more because things have been going well and I've been too optimistic. Oh! Was there another fire joke before that? As a fellow scientist, learn forever is the goal. Exactly. Oh yeah, I use YouTube University. Absolutely. Oh no. I'm very confident of YouTube University. Absolutely. I am a big fan of YouTube University for sure. I don't think it can replace college, university. There is a realm. But I feel like as long as you've experienced higher education at some level, you're more and more equipped to be independent in learning. It's not the same thing fully, but... Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you what I'm doing. You guys think I'm crazy. Well, that's true, but still. Oh, my animation is going. Is this it? Yeah. So this is my first time importing a file like this and having to fix it and stuff. Looks pretty good. I don't think I need any supports. Check some stuff out. Enable support. Let's like. Surely no support is needed. Let's see it now. I'm sorry, Leo. I just didn't actually get it. I apologize. I apologize. That's besides the point. What's besides the point? Sorry, did I miss something in the chat? There's a lot going on. Apologies. Oh, interesting. It does recommend support somewhere. Do I need this? What do we think, chat? What if I unenable support? Let me see. Does it give me a warning? Yeah, no, I think more than anything, right? Let's say you were like, you know what? I want to study physics. You know, you saw the Artemis launch and you're super excited about Artemis and I don't want to like unmotivate anyone. And you sit down and you're like, okay, I can't afford to go to college, but I just want to learn for myself. Where do I start? How are you meant to know what to even YouTube Google, if that makes sense? There are amazing resources online, but there is a skill involved in finding them. And it's really, really important to have good structure and good order to this. And that's where kind of like a university background really, really helps. Now, saying that, I suck at philosophy. For the longest time, I've been wanting to study philosophy. And I've tried Googling, I've tried doing those things, and I haven't stuck with it. And I've given up on it. And I've kind of, yeah. Could I go into it again and try and whatnot? Sure. But you know what? Sometimes the fire goes away. An academy is great, absolutely great. But again, you'd need a bit like to know what to look for in Khan Academy. So I didn't get a printing will be done using spool holder colors. Why? Okay, class. I might just check out some new filaments from here. Let's see what filaments we need. So I just want to see how this prints out. We're just doing a test print. What color is this? So I have PLA white. Blue. I might like the blue. Black. Last but not least, gold. Gold. I'm not even asking chat. Do we have a secret Discord? We do. !Discord, and you may join if you're interested. I actually don't have a command on YouTube. I'll do that now. So in Twitch, you do like this. Discord, thank you very much. And then I'll copy and paste that. And I will give it to, oops, the YouTube peeps as well. Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to hang out in Discord. Don't type it or it won't be a secret any longer. Do you know what I need? I need scissors. I never use scissors. I use these really good wire cutters, and this is just a sure way to ruin your wire cutters. If you keep not cutting wires with them. I'm looking forward to seeing what gold PLA looks like. I don't think I've ever printed with gold. I have the silver. The silver looks really nice. Sorry, I'm going to move my mic. Okay. So this is the Demon Core. This is just a great print. This is the shiny silver one. Really, really nice for the Demon Core. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the gold one looks like. Oh, the air popped. Hello, Cara. Welcome in, welcome in. Ugh. Ah, that fresh PLA smell. It doesn't smell like much at all. Usually it's stinkier. Kinky at all. We're going to save these guys. Use them. Here we go. Little storage box. It's PLA time. Exactly. Oh, Hal, you alright? This was our first print with Creality. The Creality 3D printer. Say hello to Hal. People like the Twitch because it was mostly for gaming, but yeah, no, it really has. And I will be honest, I would not have made it on Twitch. Well, you could argue if I made it or not. It's an abstract term to everyone. I feel like I made it on Twitch. I achieved all the dreams and goals. If you asked me 2 years ago that I'd be partner, ambassador, and averaging whatever viewers I have now, is just incredible. Anyways, I would not have made it this far or this successful if I didn't have the science communication. You know? I think the science communication, the physics stuff that I do, is what makes my stream unique. Because let's be honest, I'm not an amazing gamer. I might be above average in some games, a complete papega in others. Let's not mention any games. Elite Dangerous. Sometimes I'm funny, but let's say if I'm streaming for 4 hours, let's be honest. On average, I think I'm only funny like in 3-4 moments, you know? It's hard to be funny for 4 hours straight. 200 plus viewers on a Sunday before 10 a.m. is very impressive. Well, it's 3 p.m. in my case for sure, but yes. Yeah, absolutely, Leo. If you can incorporate mathematics, hell yeah. I know. The other part about it is you do need luck. I know that a lot of people will say that, you know, they made it because of their hard work. I know people who've worked harder than me. To be fair, I do work hard. But generally speaking, I know that there's people who have worked harder than me. It also takes a little bit of luck. A lot of luck. Make it as well. And you could argue, maybe I wasn't even lucky enough. You never know. It's hard to be funny for 2 hours straight. That is why stand-up comedy is difficult. And it's the cool t-shirts and sweatshirts. Why, thank you. I'm glad that I'm making a fashion statement. Right, let's load this up. I really like the multi aspect. So I think I'll load right here. There's just some leftover PLA I had. Want to use it up? Beautiful stuff. I came for the ED. I've stayed for the rest. Yeah, a lot of people do find me from video games as well. Like Baldur's Gate and Half-Life. People stop by and watch the game. But when I watch streamers, I follow them after they play a game that I love. So Subnautica, Tomb Raider, Resident Evil. And then I'll only watch them proper sit and watch them when they play games I love, you know? So I come in and out of streams depending on what they're playing. So the same can be said about me, that some people found my stream because I played Elite Dangerous or I played Baldur's Gate 3. They followed for the game and I finished. Why would they stick around afterwards? So what they end up doing is, if the science thing catches on, then they end up sticking around for a while. So I do think, especially nowadays, what makes every streamer and what content creator unique, you need to be a niche in a niche nowadays. So yeah, that's what I'd say to that. You do need to. The slicer model does not match the printer, which may cause print failures. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. That's okay. It might still be okay. I'm slicing it again, seeing if it works. I came for the E and stayed for the MC squared. Hi there. But I, for one, love to see a streamer with some brains and brainy content every now and then. Listen, you say brainy content, but I don't know if you watched my stream for the past 3 hours of the shenanigans of the animation. Oh, God. The animation content was just, yeah. I fried my brain there. Fried my brain a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm here for a Abundant. Yeah, collaborating with people who are kind of similar to you is great. So, Science, Nerduino, Volcano Doc, those are just examples of people I've collabed with several times. But also, you don't have to stick to it. For example, a collab I've done that was great fun was like Gia and Pathetic Wolf, Slow, all of those as well. Urgy. It's also fun just to have a bit of banter. And then obviously we have CC Anomaly as well. Which makes sense. Most of the CC Anomaly people share a lot of viewers, share a lot of people. So it's great to see that. Tiggy, did you have a 5-year stream anniversary? Did I see that correctly in your title today, right before I went live? Am I right in seeing that? RIP Ethernet. Yes, we're hoping the Ethernet stays connected. Even luck is really just a combination. That's true. Yeah, from now until affiliate anniversary on the 11th. Yeah. Tiggy was on earlier. Hi, Spooky Dave. All right. We sent our file to the printer. Hopefully she starts printing. I have the noise suppression on in the background. Let me know if it works well. We'll see. I have so many pimples. My chin is so pimply these days. I didn't even let Bambi lick me. I don't know why. Was shorted. Resident Evil 9 has made me feel sick. Oh, I can't wait to play RE9. Grandpa Leon. Oh. I was planning on playing it on my honeymoon, during my honeymoon. But I thought it kind of seemed... not inappropriate. Well, I suppose inappropriate. It seemed ill-mannered for me to be dreaming of another man while I'm spending my honeymoon with my husband. there was some, maybe perhaps some moral dilemma there, a little bit, just a little bit. It would have been funnier if he was playing it as well in the other room. We were playing it simultaneously. Mad respect for anyone prone to motion sickness still playing a space sim like yeah, it's not motion sickness. I can't quite explain it. So on the surface I tell everyone it's thalassophobia, what I have. And I do have it, but it's... how should I describe what I suffer from? I suffer from the idea of floating in 3-dimensional space and being lost. I suffer from this idea of being pulled into an inevitable gravitational well, like a planetary body or a black hole. The idea of the sun swallowing me whole is... I'm getting stressed just thinking about this now. Let's look this up. Space phobia. I guess I'll just... astrophobia? But astrophobia is an intense irrational fear of outer space, celestial bodies, or the night sky. I don't fear the night sky. It's beautiful, and I love stars, and I love looking at galaxies. It's specifically the idea of free-floating in it. It's fear of bad things. Do you know what, Whale? That's accurate. The illusion they've projected... Wouldn't recommend the film Gravity, exactly. Maybe, yeah, Matt, maybe. Welcome in, Nocturnal. Yeah, they were in this house when I first bought it. We've bought the house a year and a half ago or so now. But I'm planning on removing them. But they're kind of foam stuff for soundproofing, yeah, for echo reduction. Yeah, Val. I mean, I know that there's no chance of being swallowed by the sun IRL, but I'm playing this game, this Elite Dangerous game that's so fucking dangerous and it's so scary. Yeah, so there you go. So if you guys have an accurate term to describe my phobia, please let me know. I don't know what this phobia is, and I can't quite explain it to most people. I struggle with that explanation. It's weird. Also, if you jump at the right time, you can escape any gravity well. Yes, but the problem is I don't jump in time. Ugh. Anyways, we're done crying. All right, I think we should be very proud of ourselves. We did our first animation. To anyone coming in, do you guys want to see my animation? I'm going to show you my animation. This is what we spent all day doing. I did that all by myself. Am I amazing? Am I amazing? Chat, come on, come on. Please, please, hold back your applause. Hold back your applause. Yes, so I definitely don't fear existential dread and feelings of insignificance. That's okay. For me, it's lethal phenomena like vacuums and black holes. That terrifies me for sure, yeah. Je suis artiste. We'll make this 40, let's say. There you go. Woo! Look at it bounce! I'm amazing. I'm just amazing. Can I ask for any experts in the chat? That dot, will that be... Oh, okay. I suppose an important thing here is now how to save this as a video. File. Save as... How do I save it as a video now? It's a... Oh, it's under render. Okay, render. Render animation. There we go. Boing. 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 Yeah, no, maybe gravitational claustrophobia. We'll say astrophobia, but it's very specific, yeah. What if we rebranded them as... and put smiley faces on them? Okay, sorry. This zoomed in. So I rendered result, and then view, no. Render result. Okay, how, what? So confused. Oh my goodness, team, what is going on? Oy, oy, oy. Oh my god. 2D Blender animation. How to save. How to save animation. The rendering makes sense because I heard what's her name? A Terabyte complain about that, saying that it was really, really hard to... Sometimes some of her videos and stuff will take a whole bunch of time to render. To save a 2D animation in Blender, set your output format to FFmpeg video in output properties time. Okay, render. Set your output format in the output properties tab. Oh, properties tab? What the fuck? Oh, why is this so hard? Shouts out an FFmpeg. You're going to need to export it, yes. Okay. You have to go to output tab. Small icons. Everything is small. The printer icon on the right. Okay, printer icon on the right. Printer icon. Oh, output. Woo! There we go. I have an output. Video. Save it on desktop for now, just to save it at the desktop. Okay. Did I do it right? Choose a save location, then select render, render animation. Okay, render, render animation. So it's rendering the animation now. So did it finish? I don't know if you guys see this new tab that pops up. You guys don't see it. Let me show you the Blender render. There we go. So this is the new tab I have when I press render. So what do I do now? So it was kind of doing the animation slowly. It's finished, is it? Desktop. Oh, I have a video on my desktop. Okay, okay, movie time. Movie time. Chat. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Stop getting stressed, guys. Okay, so let me close Blender. Save. IDE. I want to show you desktop. No, not Creality. I want to show you. Okay, I can't seem to show it to you, but I'll just do a what's the word? A display capture. Go here. Okay, here we go. Are we ready? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the movie. Wait! Why is the line there? I forgot. I forgot to delete the line. I'm so stupid. Well, the purpose of the line serves no purpose other than yeah. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I know what I was meant to do. I get it. I get it. Oh, I can't believe I forgot them. Such a tofu move. Such a tofu move. Anyways, I feel proud. I did my first animation all by myself. Following a tutorial, lol. Okay, so I do think that we can definitely start some animation stuff. Should I start Fusion yet? I think I should try and achieve this animation goal first before we start with our Fusion tricorder project. Shit, that's massive. I did not scale that print at all. Terrible, terrible job. Very bad job with that print. Something I should have checked was the scale. Good thing I looked at it. By the way, try to keep the volume consistent and stretch and oh, of course, yeah, no. Look, it wasn't the best thing I did. It was purely... the other question is, if you put the video to a 3D printer, will it print 42 objects? Oh, misclick. What we're going to do is we're going to say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out during our science segment today. Really, really appreciate it. We appreciate your company and contribution and help during Blender. But we are going to say goodbye because we're moving on to video games. Our science and technology segment is over. So goodbye, YouTube. To my Twitch chat, we are not ending. We have a lot of goals to complete today in Elite Dangerous. Today, we're going to keep practicing, you know, landing and launching docking-wise manually. But we're also hoping to do combat. So we were supposed to do that yesterday, but the problem with it is